So you scroll on Instagram and you see these perfect feeds and think, I could never do that. But building a personal brand isn't about copying people. It's about uncovering what makes you unique. And in this video, we're going to go over the 3 pillars on how to build a brand that feels authentic and attract your ideal clients to you. And we're going to go over how to build a personal brand from the ground up, from scratch, without imitating other people. Hi, my name is Loudwine, and I help corporate women launch and grow 7-figure businesses with structure, strategy, and support. And if you want to build a full brand, I have a blueprint that you can implement within the next 90 days. And I want you to click on the description below to claim your free seat into the Startup Blueprint webinar. Register right now, okay? Like this video if you're tired of brand envy, and comment below what is one trait that makes you unique. All right. And watch until the end because I will be revealing the 3 pillars, like I mentioned before, that every magnetic brand needs. Okay. So we're going to go over the brand builder triangle. You ready? All right. Write that down. First thing first is your voice. The tone of your voice matters a lot. Are you a warm person? Are you professional or are you playful? Okay. So I'm more of a warm and professional. I'm not as playful. I do have a different channel for me to be more playful, but I have a business where I teach about business, and that's usually you gotta have a professional tone, right? So, and also the language. You need to be jargon free. Jargon free, okay? Business jargon works for one-on-one conversation. For an online brand, you need to speak in a manner that everyone can understand you. So you need to speak like a 5th grader. Do not use big words like implementation. I'm using it on here because this platform is meant for business professionals. However, I'm talking to anyone can see my platform online, but I want what I'm saying to matters to someone that knows. So if I'm talking about funding, operational KPIs, and sustainability, that's a lot of business jargon that people may not understand unless you are in that world, right? But if I want to attract everyone to me and that would decipher who needs my services or not, I might throw in some jargon here and there, but honestly, keep the verbiage minimum to the jargon, okay? I've seen some people be like, too much jargon can really repel people off. The thing is, you know you're smart, but you don't have to show or to boast that you're smart. Just talking about what you know about already make you sound smart. 95% of people on social media are consumers. Only 5% of us are true creators. I'm going to repeat that. Only 5% of us are creators. And if you are a creator, you're already leading anyway. You're already ambitious enough to want to create content. You're already brave to create content. So you're already winning. You don't have to sound like you're smart because you're smart enough to go and create content, right? Majority of people are not going to do it because they're too busy working. They're too busy trying to find a way to make money. They're not gonna find time in between all the stuff they got to do to create content. But if you decide that you're gonna go forward and create content and create a brand, you're already ahead of everybody. I just want to give you that peace of mind that you are already ahead of everybody. Ahead of everybody. If you can amass 10,000 followers, you're already winning. Honestly, you are already winning. So don't even think like you got that secret sauce, honey. People like you for who you are. Okay. So be jargon free. Talk like normal. Talk as if you're talking to your best friend, because that's truly what it is. I meet someone today, I speak to them like they're a human being. Like I don't talk to them like they're my boss. I don't become subservient to anyone because I realize I put myself in the same level as you. So if I put myself in the same level as you, then I have nothing to fear. I don't speak as if like I'm trying to boast that I know more than you. You don't need like that's a part of your conceited or your ego. Do not speak from an ego standpoint. There are people who know more than you. You know, there's a running joke that says like these influencers don't know anything. Like, how can this be a job? Sweetie, I'm smart enough to get you to follow me. I'm smart enough to show up in the world, to get you to listen to me, to like my stuff. I value my time enough to create content for you to critique me on. Thank you for the view, though. Thank you for the comment because your comments help me. Your comments help me. Okay. They don't feel like the influencer industry is a real thing. But guess what? They're still influencers. They find a way to get 10 million people to follow them on TikTok. Do you know how hard that is to amass an audience? It takes time and effort and not giving up. It took me about 3 years to build a radio show brand to 7,000 followers on Facebook, not even Instagram, Facebook. The hardest thing to do to build a Facebook page, you know how hard that is? A Facebook page, not TikTok, was slightly easier, not Instagram, Facebook. You know how I did that? Because I was convinced that this needed to work. I was putting effort. I was going live every single week. I did not miss. I did not miss. I even put other content like music videos on there because I wanted the traffic. I wanted this to work. I was consistent. I was audience centered. I was giving the audience what they needed. So everything that you speak about needs to have your target audience in mind. Whoever you're speaking to, speak to that person every single time. Whoever is your target person, speak to that person every single time. Every single time. Okay. And you need to be consistent. And consistency, meaning like you need to use the same style across posts, emails, and calls. The way you speak in public, speak that way in your emails, speak that way in your phone calls. Do not sound different on the phone than when you sound on the internet. They call you fake. So show up authentically, just with less jargon. Okay. Number 2, values. You need to have core beliefs. In the previous video, I mentioned you need to have top 5, right? So your top 5 core values needs to be at the forefront of everything that you do. The top 5 core values need to be at the forefront of everything that you do. Because that's how you create the content from your core values, because you know you won't go past this mark. This is where your ethics lies. Your ethics lies in your core values like integrity, creativity, impact, freedom, accountability, leadership, all these things. You show up as your core values every time. And second, stories. When you share personal experiences that showcase these values, you resonate with a lot of people faster than you could ever imagine. I don't know if you guys knows this, but there's a creator. Her name is Veronica, and she does these skits of experiences that she's had in corporate America, and she also give us responses how she would have responded if she were still in corporate America. It's kind of like what I should have done, right? But every time it could be an interaction with a boss or with a coworker, with them calling her at home, with them not wanting to pay her more, or like it's just different scenarios of mishaps that happened in corporate America. And she blew up really fast because she shared personal experiences that relate to other people. I think she's at like 500,000 subscribers right now on not subscribers, followers on Instagram. I'm not even sure how much she got on TikTok. And even so, to the point where now like she's being represented. She has an agency to represent her. That's so cool. You know, so share your personal experiences that correlates with your core values that people can relate to, and that's how you build your tribe. It's exactly how you build your tribe. All right. And the third thing in values is the alignment, right? Like I said, every ensure that every single piece of content reflects at least one value in your top five core values. Okay. So number three, visuals, your color palette, right? Your brand colors cannot be more than three. Cannot be more than three, between two and three, right? Two to three brand colors that will evoke your vibe. My brand colors for Karizme is or white or cream, right? Light blue and navy blue. Three colors, right? And they all go hand in hand, right? Some days I might want to wear white. Some days I might wear cream. It looks white on the camera, but it's a cream color, right? But that's my color palette. So anything that I share on social media will tie into that color palette, right? I might throw in some gold on top just for an accent color because I have the accent color on my website. But that's what it is. It's an accent color. You should not see it everywhere. But I have three main colors. Actually, it's two, white and blue, but I have variations of that color, right? White, blue, and in my gold tone, right? But truly, you won't see more than those three. You will not see that, right? I have different shades of the white with the white and the cream and then the light blue and the navy blue, but you won't see more than those three things: white, blue, and a hint of gold, right? Naturally, I wear white and gold all the time, but to convey stability and trustworthy, blue is a very defining color for that representation. That's why my brand colors are white, blue, and gold. um, the gold is for a sense of luxury appeal into the brand. But yes, so keep that 2 to 3 max of brand colors. Okay. Imaginary style. I'm sorry, imagery, not imaginary, imagery style. So if you are a marketplace company or if you're a service company, you need to choose how your image is going to showcase either lifestyle, product based, or abstract based, right? Lifestyle can mean like I show up anywhere in the world, like I travel, I drive my car, I go out to eat, I just walk in the mall, whatever that is, that's more lifestyle based, right? Or I can show product based where I show videos of my products all the time, whether I'm making the product or I'm getting it shipped to home or I'm packaging the product or I'm putting it on to showcase how I style it. Just do videos of your products, right? And abstract can mean you mainly showcase aspirational things in your business, right? You showcase. So let's say you are a skincare company. You're showing aspirational look of what would the transformation be if I use your product in my face. So if you're someone who is doing I don't know, skin tightening, right? Show someone before and the after. Transformation videos, right? Transformation of content, picture of before and after. That works really well for like surgery locations or med spas, whatever. Show that, and make sure like you also matches your color palette. Got it? And then your templates. So make sure you have reusable templates. Reusable templates. So like right now, I have a template for my carousels. Carousels is a series of slides that creates a post altogether. You can have minimum 10 or up to 20 for better engagement. If you have less than 10, it won't do as well. You need to have 10 or 10 to 20. Okay. 10 to 20 is a good number for to have people stay longer swiping. Your goal is to get people to keep swiping, because the longer you stay swiping, the better it helps you with your retention. Okay. So create simple, reasonable graphics for posting your story. So create story templates and Instagram post templates and Facebook templates if you want to use Facebook and LinkedIn. So there are different sizes for each platform. I like to use four to five for Instagram. Facebook has its own sizing, and LinkedIn has its own sizing for for image posts. Okay, so you learn that inside of Canva for you to learn how to better create your reusable graphics. All right. Number 4 is audience connection. You need to speak your audience language. So you have to mirror phrases and pinpoints that they would use, right? So for my platform, I help corporate women. So whatever my language has to be, it has to relate to their pinpoint in corporate America. I've had a lot of pinpoints in corporate America. So I have a lot of stories that I can share that can connect with other women, because that's been my life. That's been my career. And with me spending at least 13 years doing insurance in the corporate world, I have a vast of story time to give. So I can connect with women on that point, right? It doesn't matter what industry I was in. Corporate is corporate, right? Discrimination. Okay. So use those pain points to speak to your audience. Okay. And then engagement hooks. So engagement hooks can, when you make a video, you need to have a hook in the beginning. The first thing first, you need to have a visual hooks. Visual hooks can be anything. A visual hooks can be you going like this. A visual hooks can be you opening up a door, and then you put the camera behind the door and you open the door and then you start talking. That's a visual hook, right? Just something to capture attention. Asking a question right away can be a visual hook. Let's say like you zoom into your face for the question and you zoom back out into the question. That's another visual hook. You can run polls, you can share behind the scenes in your business. Like you can show, let's say like you have, I always refer to cupcakes because I love cupcakes. So let's say you have a cupcake shop, right? And you have a gig coming up, and the gig is a wedding of, I don't know, 500 people. And you can show BTS of you making the 500 cupcakes or the 1,000 cupcakes, because they want to have reserves, right? You can show how you baking all that stuff, how you packaging and all that, and leading up to the wedding, and how you set it up at the wedding. Everything is content, right? So we can choose to have one main video put on YouTube, and you can also splice it in smaller videos and clips you put on social media on Instagram that would show, like you could have 10 different videos leading up to your delivery of the cupcakes that you had to deliver, right? So everything has a way for you to connect to people. Like now it looks like a series. I'm sorry. How you say that? Series? Series. Series. I have an accent, whatever. So it looks like you have episodes leading up to the main event, right? That will keep people hooked, like, ooh, what's happened next? Da, 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 da. So that's one way for you to keep people keep on going into the story time frame. And that also increases your watch hours, because truly they said like someone needs to have 11 touch points in your business. So whatever you're creating, I even said 10 videos. So the longer you keep them on there on your page, the better, because what the platforms are doing, the longer you can keep people on the platform, they reward you by increasing your reach. Okay. So same thing with Facebook. Since I am on the paid part of Facebook, I get paid to post on Facebook. They literally tell me, oh my God, we are increasing your reach. They reward you like, oh, you've been posting a lot more. People are responding to your posts. Post more of this. They even said like, oh, this week people are liking your picture post. Post more pictures. This week they're liking more of your text posts. Post more text. And when they see you posting more, if you're posting at least 10 posts for that week, they increase your reach. I literally have a notification that says we're increasing your reach. I promise you, the algorithm doesn't hate you. You just need to post content that keep people on there watching back to back to back to back. This is how with YouTube, some people can watch one video and they binge watch back to back. And then what does YouTube do? Oh, they binge watching you. Let's increase her reach. They like your stuff. Let's increase your reach. That's what it does. It's a system. Play along. All right. Don't forget to click the link in the description box below to join the Starter Blueprint webinar and get the complete 10-step on how to build a business in the next 90 days. Okay. Number 5, you need a brand statement exercise. So write a 1-sentence, which is the why do you do what you do statement. Okay. Why you do what you do statement. So my purpose statement is I help corporate women launch and grow 7-figure businesses with structure, strategy, and support, right? When somebody asks me, why do you do that? I want to help women define their future, because most corporate women do not, rewind. I like helping corporate women because I understand their plight and want to make sure that they have a place that they can go to find freedom, autonomy, and profit. Okay. That is my why I do what I do statement. So test it on 3 people and refine it as you go for clarity and resonance, but still create that 1 sentence of why you do what you do. Got it? So implementation. That's number 6. So for week 1, you need to define your voice and values. Week 2, you need to design your visuals and your templates. And number 3, you need to launch your brand story across channels. So what you do, why you do what you do, and how you plan to help people. Okay. And number 4 could be story time. And number 5 is behind the scenes. Okay. So that's one way to build that brand story across your channel over time. All right. So for the full playbook and a 90-day rollout plan, again, please click the link in the description box below to join the Starter Blueprint webinar for free. Register right away. The next session starts soon. If this sparked your brand vision, like this video, share this video, and subscribe for more. And in the next video should be the content formula I use to grow my business. Let's go.